Hi, we are well into November, and I just wanted to come with some words of encouragement because for a lot of people out there, the year has gotten a lot worse. I mean, in June, we thought that things would be better, or maybe some of us were naive enough or hopeful enough to think so, that things would be better by around this time. But it's November, and life is just getting tougher and tougher for a lot of people. The virus seems to be even worse now than it was in the summer, with new restrictions, and a lot more people may be losing jobs because businesses are shutting down again. So to those of you that have lost jobs, I'm very sorry that you're going through that. And I just want to say that do not listen to the people that are saying that there are no jobs to be found right now, because that is not entirely true. Yes, a lot of companies are letting people go, downsizing, shutting down, but there are still jobs to be found because, listen, not everyone is having a hard time during these times, For example, a lot of IT businesses have had their best business ever during this time because a lot of businesses have had to change how they deliver their goods and services. So IT companies have had to redesign websites, come up with new solutions. So basically they are winning. Electronics companies are winning, Everyone wants to set up a home office. They're doing really well. Now I'm coming to you like this, lying down on my couch, all bundled up because it's really, really cold. It's very cold, and I needed to take a break from what I was doing. So I thought I would just lie down here for a few minutes, and while lying down here, I thought I might as well do some good for the world. And so I wanted to share a bit of knowledge, There are jobs even during the pandemic. So do not sit back on your laurels, Get to polishing your CV and rebranding yourself. Maybe this is the time to try out something new that you've always wanted to try but never got the chance. And now that you've lost your job, if you have, then you have that extra push to try something else. I myself started at my current job during a pandemic. So there are jobs to be found even during this current climate. I have helped people land their dream job and increase their salaries by over 50%. And I realized, that I'm good at helping people just position themselves in a way that makes them hireable. Now, I have made a lot of mistakes when I have interviewed for jobs in the past, and I've learned from those mistakes. I've tried out every possible thing that you've possibly read about how to land that job, etc., etc. And I believe I've found the formula. So to help you out, here are 5 tips that can help you if you're trying to get back on your feet and get back into the job market during this pandemic. 1, rebrand yourself. Rebrand yourself to make yourself relevant for the industry and the job you're looking for. It may have been some years since you've, had to look for a job, or you may have just landed your new job because sometimes it's, last in, first out. But either way, write down a few things about what your brand is, because this is going to help you determine what company you want to work for, so that you search strategically, because you want it to be a fruitful search, okay? 2, polish your CV. Give your CV to a capable person that you trust to review it for you, to read through it and perhaps give you some pointers on where you can improve it. And if you don't have any such person, then I'd advise that you do more research, look at CVs on the internet, look at templates, and find something that, something that looks better than what you have, until you're convinced that what you have is really, really good and can't be improved any further. And then use that. If you want some help to audit your CV, I'm happy and available to help. Just hit me up. Send me an email. Okay. 3, audit your LinkedIn account. Now, or set up your LinkedIn account, because a lot of people still do not have LinkedIn accounts. And if you're trying to find a job in 2020 and you do not have a LinkedIn account, then I really don't know what your problem is. You have to have a LinkedIn account. It's, it's like your personal website, where you talk about yourself and what you're looking for and what you can do. I have received so many job offers through my LinkedIn account. My very first job in Norway, I got through my LinkedIn account. I was contacted by my LinkedIn account. And I still get job offers to this day from my LinkedIn account. So that is very important. That is something you should definitely sort out. 4, cold email. Cold emailing may seem cliche to you and it may seem bizarre, but it actually works, because if no one knows that you're looking for a job, how are you going to find a job? So cold email both employers as well as recruiters and let people know that you're looking for a job. I can talk about all these things later if you want me to, in more videos or a blog post or whatever. Just let me know in the comments if this is something you're interested in, and then I'm happy to explore it further, because trust me, as someone that has had to hunt for a job in a totally new language, I have a bag of skills. I've got skills for days on cold emailing and what have you. So just you let me know. And then 5, a lot of recruiters or recruiting companies have got databases online. So you can just go onto their websites and register yourself and, upload your CV to those. That's where you're in their database, and every time they get an inquiry, every time they get contacted by a client, your would-be employer, that is, they can look through your database and find your CV there. That is something that I believe a lot of people do not think to do, and it's something important that, gives you a step ahead. So I hope you like these 5 tips. Let me know if you need more. Like I said, I'm a bank of job hunting tips, and I am happy to help. My greatest tip of all is do not listen to the naysayers. There are a lot of people that will be telling you that what you want to achieve cannot be achieved, or, it's not yet time. But learn to see yourself, as the best possible version of yourself, even when others can't. Because sometimes a lot of people's imaginations and dreams and ambitions are limited by their life experiences and limited by what they think they can achieve and how far they feel they can go. So do not be limited by the naysayers or what other people think is not achievable, because what others think cannot be done may be easily done for you, or even if not easily done, but with perseverance can be achieved. So just do not be down because of the pandemic. Opportunities are still out there. To give you a little background on what qualifies me to speak on these topics. 1, I've got a doctorate degree. I don't say that to brag, but sometimes people want to see receipts. So there is that. I've got a doctorate degree. If you go on my social, you'll see the same. That is not to say that people without doctorate degrees cannot give good advice. They can. I'm just saying that I've read some books and acquired a certain amount of knowledge that equips me to help people and to acquire more knowledge. And there is stuff I can do, a lot of stuff. 2, I'm in the healthcare industry and I work for one of the leading companies in my industry. It's a global company. It's a point of pride for me that I work for this company, not only because it does good, but because I didn't know anyone there when I started working there. And also, I was interviewed in Norwegian, a language that I hadn't even been speaking for a year when I interviewed for this job. And so for me to be there right now as an immigrant in this country who has just learned the language, who doesn't know anyone inside, not an uncle, an aunt, a friend's friend, nothing, but the grace of God and a supportive family, I couldn't have managed it. And I say, with perseverance and God, you too can get where you want to get. So there is nothing like being jobless in a foreign country where you're just learning the language. So whatever your hardships are, I've been there, and but for the love of God, I would not be here. I've grown great resilience, And so if you're going through some hardship, happy to give some pointers. So anyway, the fact that I've endured great suffering and surmounted it all, I feel is another qualifier for me to, speak on these points and speak on these things and just give people advice on how to get through tough times. Because I've endured much and grown great emotional resilience from it, and just generally a resilient person. I bounce back every single time. And so will you, Tough times will not last. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know. Bye.